Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to highlight 5 projects I expect to do really well this week. Before we get into those, we will sort of have a look how well we performed last week. Obviously not the best with the big pullback, but you know, we had some winners in there. If you like this sort of content, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And don't forget to join us in Discord. Link is in the description of the video. It'd be fantastic to have you there. It's a great way to keep up to date with everything cheeky crypto and the crypto space. And we also have a Patreon service, which is a membership section. Would love to have you as a member. We do a bit of trading, swing trading, AMAs, and we have various different APIs that pull in all sorts of really interesting information that you can take advantage of. So do take a look. If that is your bag, we would love to have you as a member. Right, let's get down to the desktop and have a look at how well we performed last week and what I'm calling out this week. Okay, so we're going to start with the first project that we called out, utilizing 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗧𝗏's artificial intelligence and machine learning, and that was 𝗲𝗚. This was a project that obviously we saw an uptrend in the rating system on 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗏. Unfortunately, this one, you could have sold it a little bit higher, but I'm going to say this one didn't really perform as well as we were expecting. Obviously, a few days after we listed the video, we've just had Bitcoin and pull the market right back. So this happens in the space. This is why we always say go do your own research. Did like the look of the project. It's not the sort of project I would normally invest in, but ultimately you could have sold slightly higher. I think we highlighted it at 1361. It went up as high as 1375. I'm not going to include it as a winner. I would have expected a little bit more. So let's move on. We have card stack, should I say. Now, when we called this one out, it was a 0.00787, which is slightly higher than where we have it now. But you could have sold it at like 0.008873. So this one's a winner. Really think this one did quite well. And we think that's going to continue. So do keep an eye on this project. AI chain. So this one, again, you could have sold slightly higher. I think we called this one out at 0.003619, again utilizing 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗏's artificial intelligence and machine learning. It went a little bit higher, but again, I'm going to include this as a loss. Obviously, if we pull back with the rest of the market that week, a few days later. Moving on, Polygon Matic. Now, this one, again, it went a little bit higher than when we called it out. So I'm going to class this one as a winner, but there really wasn't that much in it. Moving on, 𝗕𝗘𝗪. So 𝗕𝗘𝗪 was one we called out at 0.314. So it's actually higher than what it was when we called it out last week. So for me, it's a winner, but it did go up to 0.4232. Again, utilizing advice.io's artificial intelligence. It did perform. So 3 out of the 5 for last week. I don't think that's a bad effort with the market in the state that it's in. So yeah, really interested to see what you guys feel about the projects that we called out last week. But do let me know in the comments below what projects you would call out for this week. Really interested to know. So let's get into the first one. So the first one that I'm calling out for this week is Phantom. Again, most of you have probably heard of Phantom before. It is quite a popular project. Again, one that we think is going to do really, really well this week. If we have a look at the price action, it's down 4.9% at the time of recording at 228. We were already seeing a bit of a reversal here, but this is one that I expect to do really, really well this week. The artificial intelligence and machine learning has called it out, advice.io, as one to keep an eye on. B1, the overall rating, which is a fantastic score compared to some of the ones that we've been looking at recently. Down 9.14% for the 7-day change. AMI had ratio is at B2. Profitability A1, it's a really profitable project. Fear and greed, it's A3, so it's a borderline greedy, which is positive. There's not too much fear. The Sharpe ratio is pulling it down at D, and your moving average is A2. So, you know, pretty strong looking at the charts here on advice.io. So yeah, expecting this one to do really, really well. Moving on, and we've got this project here, privacy without compromise. Again, sort of dig into this one. Be interesting to get your views and opinions on it. This isn't really a video where we're going to sort of go into what they are in huge details, but the ticker is VEIL. Currently at 0.01045, down 16.35% at the time of recording. It is a bit of a choppy one on the chart, so you know you've got potential to see some price discovery here. If we have a look at advice.io, it's the highest rating we've seen, which is A2. The highest possible rating is A1 overall, but this is A2, which is the highest we've ever seen. It's up 9.16% on the 7-day change. The 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio is A2. The fear and greed index is A2. The Sharpe ratio is A2, moving average is A2, your peak end value demand is B2, and your profitability is A1. So it's massively profitable. Again, the artificial intelligence highlighting that is a project that's going to do really, really well. Do let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Moving on, and then we've got MXC. Your free smart city IoT network on Web 3.0. Really interesting project, worth taking a look at. Currently at 0.05887, down 2% at the time of recording. Again, we expect this to bounce to the upside. Open the dashboard, start again. So it's A2, it was A2, but the 12-day chain, 7-day change is 12.65%. Your 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio is A2, your fear and greed index is A2, your moving average is A2, Sharpe ratio is A2, your firm profitability is A1, super profitable, and your peak end value demand B2 is what's stopping this one from being A1. So yeah, it looks really, really strong on the artificial intelligence side of things. Moving on, so we have this project here, a decentralized global content ecosystem. Really interesting project to sort of do research on. Ticker is COSS, COS, currently at the price of 0.02015, down 7.5% at the time of recording. Again, expect a bounce to the upside for this one. The 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio, what we got here, so it's A3, sorry, and it's down 23.93% for the 7-day change. Your 𝗕𝗢𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio, where are we looking, is U, so unrateable at the moment. Your fear and greed index is A1. Your Sharpe ratio is A2. Your profitability is A1, so really profitable. Peak end value demand C2, and then A2 for your moving average. So very, very strong on the artificial intelligence side of things. And then I've picked one out, which is Cardano. Again, go take a look at this one if you've been living under a rock and don't know what it is. But currently down 4.86% at the time of recording at $1.13. I think this is an absolute bargain. It could go lower, but at these sort of prices, I do think it's a steal. Obviously, none of this video is financial advice. It's all just my opinion and should be treated as educational purposes only. But this is a project that I really do rate and expect it to do really well in the short, medium and long term. So currently C2 on the rating system, which is the lowest, and it's obviously gone down. It's minus 18.08% for the 7-day change. I do think we're going to see a reversal for this one. Currently, fear and greed index is C1, very fearful. Sharpe ratio is a D, so that's not particularly good. Your 𝗕𝗢𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio is also a D, it's not great. Profitability is A1, it's very profitable, and your moving average is a D. This is not one that's being pulled out by the artificial intelligence. This is one being pulled out by Chris's intelligence, and one that I think is going to do really well. We'll see how well it performs throughout the week. Do let me know what you think about these projects in the comments below. Let me know what projects you would pick for this week. Really interested to get your views and opinions. And if you enjoyed the content, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. With that said, done and out of the way, I will catch you in the next one. Take care.